exploited. And here we go into the match, and we see a bunch of nades on Fugly and Daps, and Daisy. Oh, with the three-man setup here, top banana. Very standard in the meta at the moment.
Cadian looking towards second mid, but he won't spot the players creeping into the apartments. Holding an angle in case of a push was Breeze, but nobody went down mid. And now they will make some noise in the apartments. Looking towards the boiler position. There's a boost from NRG in case North get curious. And maybe that was the intention, making noise in the apartments for them to think nobody's on banana, let's walk down banana into this stack between Daps and Ethan. But this is not quite working out. In fact, North are simply quietly rotating people from B towards the A side, although it's not particularly clear where NRG may be going, although maybe it wasn't, but now it is as they move away from A towards B. North have heard players in apartments, but they haven't seen players. They don't have anyone in apartments themselves. And here come NRG towards B.
There's a quick smoke though. Ooh, quite a gap actually. I'm not sure if that is intended. Obviously the gaps can be advantageous. It does actually mean that sometimes the Ts will try to hug the gap, but they don't have any position to do the damage. Just heads all over the place here. Looking very difficult. AC trying to take his time. Valde now in second oranges in the corner. Will be discovered as well. 3 versus 3. Good trades coming in from NRG. Daps is weak and the flank is quick. Cadian gets himself another one, but the bomb does go down. Daps the last man standing. He's not the one you wanted left. Last alive with 7 HP, and he will have to try to find multiple headshots. Very difficult, and it will not happen, but at least they get the bomb down.
Not the start they wanted. There they go for a surprise force buy. We do see them on occasion. I think it's unlikely though. So Cadian and Gade get the cheap helmet for $350, which will encourage rifles, because if you expect your opponent to be mostly eco in a round such as this, then if you can get a rifle, I expect you would prioritize it. But we have quite an investment here. Daps has spent $2,400. So that is a lot of investment into this. They are looking for a round win here, it seems, more than just damage. But it is a calculated risk, so it won't be all the money, I don't believe. 5 CZs. God, that is a lot of money though, isn't it? It's a lot of money. KRB facing the wall, expecting a flashbang, but Daps just creeps in, just sliding into them DMs.
And picks up the M4 as well. That's not a bad look. Now Gade, for those of you that have not really seen much of North, he is quite good anchoring from pit. He's actually will push forwards towards quad there, and Boiler, let's see if he can find something. Has a teammate to back him up, trying to burst through. This is brilliant from Gade, just getting ahead of the push. They won't expect that. Valde looking to cover him from behind. Ooh, Ethan gets himself a double. So 3 versus 1 with AZ on an MP5. Ouch, this is quite a turn of events.
Well, alrighty then. AZ is like, okay, well, I guess I've got to stay around the B-bomb site and try to save. No kit for him. Doesn't see a rifle on his teammate. It's long gone, taken by Daps a while ago. So that is quite the round from NRG. Again, they did have a heavy investment. It wasn't everything, but they did get pretty much everything out of it. 1-1. North get reset immediately. Not what they were looking for, but probably anti-force buy round coming from NRG. So we get to see how they deal with the perceived situation. Inferno not the easiest one to deal with, but 1,400 not all the money to work with either.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation for sure, and it gives NRG a great position to take a lot of control in this first half. Now North, they've got 4 smokes. Valde unable to afford one. Maybe it's enough. Again, we've seen the damage the smokes can do on the CT side. Just trying to delay the Ts from making progress. If the Ts try to play a slow pace, it punishes them pretty hard. And it also punishes a T side that doesn't pressure hard enough as well. Flash for info on top banana. Oh, the timing's actually quite good here. It does get Cadian deep towards the car position, but it's to fall back here. They can smoke this off, but do they want to? Holding off on the smoke for as long as possible is very valuable. They still have 4. They're doing really well with that.
Gade off of the balcony, but still alive. Close quarters now. Breeze doesn't see him. Still bullets, but now he's dead. 3 players remain for North, and they are out of position. So It seems they will concede defeat in this round and reset the situation in the next. AZ still with his MP5, hasn't seen all the action in the world so far in this match of Inferno. Now NRG will have some relative comfort in the short term.
They didn't use any smokes really north, and I actually think that that's to their credit because they were waiting for the rounds to... They were waiting to use them as late as possible, firstly. And because of the way NRG played their sort of burst through the quad position, it didn't really afford North an opportunity to use their smokes because North only had 4 to begin with. They weren't playing them aggressively on top mid, as you would often see. And so they just hold them onto them, which is going to be useful in this next round. There is a world where Gade and Valde may not buy anything but smokes. You know, smoke each. That could be a thing they do, but we'll see how conservative they decide to be in this following round. Need another save. NRG have really put them in a very bad economic position. And once again, this is the pick of NRG, and North did win the first map after going down. Well, having a CT side where they only got 4 rounds in the first half. Still won it on nuke. That's impressive. 3 smokes.
Indeed, 3 smokes and a bunch of pistols. And the MP5. Alright, let's see what NRG can do. 4 players towards A, sorry, for North. Hello. NRG start to creep through the apartments, which will give them burst capability. Will limit somewhat where the CTs of North can stand. Smokes towards the arch position. Seems they won't be too concerned with a split of the site in general, just from short and the balcony. Arch won't be a concern now. Far better equipped, and it's Cadian's turn to sit on the B-bomb side and be like, oh, well, I guess the round is over. I'll just sit here and look at these sandbags.
Still has a smoke as well from a round ago. And maybe it'll be deployed in the following rounds because the full buy will be in. I wonder if Cadian will get his AWP. You'd imagine that he would. They'll get $2,400 in this next round.
I like the door knocker in front of Cadian. I'm a big fan of those big old school knockers. It's the dream, have one of those on your front door.
They are cool. I do like them.
Like the lion's head.
Yeah. There's a lot of those in
Send
London.
Dan pictures of your knockers if you have them on your doors. Or just send him pictures of them in general. Ooh, Ethan died to the bomb. I feel like the blast is quite big on Inferno. You have to run very, very far away.
It is weird how it seems inconsistent map to map. Very strange.
Yeah, I've had mixed feedback on that situation. Anyway, 3-1 for NRG. Cadian is out with the AWP. See what he's able to do with it. Mostly smoke grenades. 1 flashbang for North, which will make it hard to have those late aggressive plays towards Banana with a flash over the roof and so on if you've just got the 1 flash. 1 flash to rule them all.
Those paper-thin walls will allow Daps to make sure that there's no CTs. And if you know your angles, you can actually just very confidently clear the apartment's position. It's very difficult for the CTs to play aggressively in there if the Ts decide to take the time to do that early rounds. And they've done that in part because the CTs did smoke off Banana. So there's actually an advantage here for North because NRG have not tested the Banana smoke. They're just going to try to take top mid. They don't give a damn that there could be 4 players here. The setup is very advantageous here for North. They have the crossfires for days, and the M4 fire of AZ is going to be perfect. 3 players walking into that one, and Dabs is still looking for the flank. And, well, I think that sets a precedent, James. Don't allow North to just have that deep banana smoke. You got to challenge that one. If they are able to rotate 4 players, your mid take is going to suffer.
I feel like you don't see that level of slaughter top mid very often in such a short space of time. They just came up and all died, basically. I don't know what else to say. Running into the bullets there. Maybe going too wide to face a short position into the fire and the ire of North. And there we are. That's a lot of money wiped off from NRG, who still have a round lead for the time being. Missed grenade, maybe. And that will compromise the positions for North. Maybe don't stand near Daps. Down to 50 HP. Molotov behind the sandbags. There's a flashbang that was missing in the previous round. Didn't need it. There will be a trade though from Ethan. They know an AWP is towards B, but they may not know there are 2 players there at the moment. Now we've got NRG moving through the apartments. And off angles being held by Gade with the UMP. Close quarters with a gun that has nerfed damage fall off at distance. We reached the 1 minute mark, 4v4.
Gade really needs Valde to help him out here. That's a nice first frag. Gade can fall off now and bait for Valde. See, it works like a charm. Gade picks up a second one and Valde covers as he picks up the AK. Beautiful team play coming in, and a missed AWP shot from the Zerg will award no consolation to NRG in this round. And I was about to say how important this one is for North. You can see their money sucks. They just won a round. You always want to string them together. And it looks like NRG are going to be broke after this. Can Zerg somehow do something? The bomb is lost in the pit position. And Zerg will just fall back, trying to save this AWP. And they could try to force buy around this next round. That could be something of an option for them. But the T-side AWP is also one of the more awkward.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Things, yeah.
Hard to be consistently impactful and effective at this level. So many close quarters ranges. It's not ideal to walk into these angles with the AWP. Post plant is useful, but that does take a long time to get there. And there is a round win for North. Just like that, after 3 bomb plants for NRG, we have a timeout win for North.
Yeah.
And now a hero AWP on Inferno. That is asking a lot. Although Zerg has a forward spawn, but who knows what he can do with it.
So I think what we saw there from North is you really need to find a way to get a flash out to deal with the balcony player and to break the setups. North's setups on the CT side have been really good. Mid aggression coming from Valde. He's going to find himself one going wide now for the second, knowing his position's been given away. Can't get a second kill, but look at Gade. With the space that Valde's created, he's found his way into a very deep position. Fugly is looking for it though, but who will this favor? Gade, he's got a better position. He's going to find it. More players to be had. Another headshot for Gade on the offensive. Usually anchoring that pit position, but sometimes found in second mid as well. Daps will push the smoke. They need someone to make a play, and he's got the most health.
Ethan will have to go slow. He's half health, moving through the areas where Gade just was. But now they know Gade is dead, but Caden will trade. Now Ethan has to make a run for it. Where does he read that the last 2 players are? Maybe they realize they are on the B bomb site. Out he comes. Doesn't spot Cadian. Is he top mid perhaps? Not quite sure. Jumping throw towards the arch position as he plants default. That's a pretty clean smoke from him.
Yeah.
But now he's got to find 3 players. Moving towards the pit position. Can dance left or right of this area. Can jump on the bicycle as well to look towards short. No mollies, no HEs for North. So Ethan has chances for a 1v1. Chances to move around a little. But you can see North giving minimal sound cues away. Now they start to spread, but Kiabi will shut it down immediately. 3 players surviving for North, 2 AKs and an AWP. Not too shabby a situation for them as they take the lead over NRG 4-3.
I really love the timing of North to go aggressive down mid with Valde, and Gade also understanding that, with that aggression, or maybe, I say Gade understanding it. Obviously, this is a play that North, have in their playbook. They're a team, so Valde pushes mid, Gade uses the distraction to push apartments, and that's just like really fun to get in NRG's business when they may not be expecting it like that, and you prevent them from running whatever play they had that they wanted to make during the round. So very disruptive stuff. You got to do that if at this level. You have to take the initiative away from your opponent. Here comes a quick push here. All the lineups, but it's going to be down to AZ now to finish it off. And the trades are looking actually not too bad here for NRG. 1 for 1s, although they will lose a lot of health, and they've only got a single smoke left. They have a 3v3, guns to be collected, and that said, the bomb can make its way to B, but the rotation is already there. Cadian with an AWP, and they are likely not going to smoke him off. They're likely going to smoke. They actually picked up another smoke, so maybe they can smoke coffins. If not, Gadian will surely have a kill. No.
A long rotation back for his 2 teammates now. Almost 2 for Cadian. Now he needs to try and position to avoid a potential pot flash, but hold on to construction. So he may not be so far forward. Now we've got Gade rotating up the banana position. Doesn't know if there's a lurker. They force the issue around construction, but the cavalry is here in Valde. Fugly on the reload, may be heard by Cadian. They're moving in, 2 of them, and those are all the kills. 3 players once again survive for North. Maybe some AKs to be collected somewhere. Delaying, so Cadian's running with the AWP though, so maybe there's an AWP on the site, I don't know.
Cool
but
play.
the round has indeed been won.
Yeah, it was a cool play for NRG. I was going to say, you know, post-plant, they're in a 2v3, they realize their weaponry kind of sucks, so why not try to take control of construction? If they were able to do that and actually get the kill on Cadian just before Valde arrives, they actually can win the round. So that was a really smart way to play that situation, but as you mentioned, Valde was in there so quickly for support. And that's 4 in a row now for North, and North have had a really good handle of this match so far on Inferno. And a fast adjustment towards top mid for NRG after throwing all the nades down banana, and this split may catch North. Let's see if they can get the entries. They're moving really quickly up mid.
Smoke into the library position. So many footsteps being heard. NRG changing the space. Maybe a leaf out of North, but a spray transfer from Gade is fantastic. Trying to move around, focusing on the short position. Not sure where to look. Valde now creating some space. Got some flashbangs. And Molotov changing positions with the T's up in the balcony as the bomb is planted on A. A re-smoke from Breeze. That will put Valde out of action for the time being, though. North have a man advantage. 2 T's stuck on the site. We've got Breeze in the pit, looking over with a bicycle, waiting for North to make their play.
Here goes NRG looking strong on the bomb sites. They've managed to evade all of the fire somehow. So much of it. Oh, I think there's a blind dink there. Won't matter. 3 quick kills for NRG will absolutely secure this one. Valde's been waiting in the balcony position for so long because he's been so weak. Oh, actually, did they forget about him? I guess they did.
He
can't do anything, though, as he tries to escape the bomb. And will he make it? Not quite. I thought this was a really awesome round from NRG because they throw all the nades up banana, and North decided to start with 3 players banana. And in doing so, they feel like, oh, NRG are going to be contesting banana. And then NRG go very fast towards A, where it's a 5 versus 2, because North are behind on the rotation, still thinking it's going to be banana pressure. So love that from NRG. Really good round.
Can they rely on a fast round like that every round, though? North still on the bye. They've got another aggressive play. Cadian with a pop flash. Will Valde stay here for now? No, he goes forward, but I don't know if Sir could see or not. Either way, Valde has been fragged. And now North are at an early disadvantage. They're looking for something different. An aggressive response of their own, taking the reins back of this match, but no. Momentum with NRG, and Cirque makes it worse, picking off Cadian with his own AWP. And now North are in big trouble.
You can see Gator's looking for a play, and he's going to find great timing, a grenade in the hand of Breeze. And that's exactly what you need to do. You've got to go forwards, you've got to try to get something going for yourselves. You've got to be up against big risks no matter what you do, and you can see that engagements will be taken across the map here for North, but they can't quite find the kills that they need to stop NRG. And NRG seem to have done a really good job here, because as we can see now on the money, North are not left with all that much of it. They will get $1,900 in addition to what they have already, so that will be a buy. We can see that AZ, if he survives, can drop a gun to Kirby, and then everybody can have rifles. But NRG are right back in this one.
And there is a Molotov. I'm not sure what to say about that.
Yeah, they can all survive in the pits.
Unless a cheeky grenade comes in from the balcony, but of course it won't, because AZ is miles away, inspecting a very tired sofa. That looks really rough. No goose down in there. Or whatever you put in sofas. I don't even know what you put in sofas. That's a duvet, isn't it? Tweet Dan, what do you put in sofas? What substance, what materials do you put in sofas at DDK Esports?
Why tweet me? You're the one that seems to care.
Because I don't want to read that nonsense.
Oh. Oh, yeah, the blind frag.
Yeah, just a timing thing, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Makes such a difference to the round as well.
Yep, that's very true. If Valde gets forwards, he can shut down and push up pits, maybe shut down players in banana. It's all very different indeed. So it's a big win. 5 and 5. And the rifles indeed will come out here for North, but they don't have an AWP. They do have a good amount of nades, so they could decide to try to play very aggressively on Banana so that they can create a situation where they can play 1-4, that is a possibility. I think if North decide to play very passively, I think NRG are very strong in that situation. And I think that's already why North have played a lot of rounds aggressively. I think North want to make sure that NRG can't just take map control without losing 1 or 2 players.
Five M4s versus the 4 AKs and AWP. North running out of money now. Very expensive rounds at the hands of NRG rather. The cost of North. And they await some action from North. Again, a team who are really not shy to get aggressive and take charge of a game, take hold of a game, control. Late grenades towards the tree position. Just about, well, maybe it was for that position actually, bouncing off near the tree. Either one is fine. NRG waits the initial utility. Now, there are 3 smoke grenades for NRG. If they had more utility, maybe they would throw smoke towards C2 on B, for example, to try and bait out some Molotovs and such. A smoke such as the one AZ is holding. But they will use a flash instead. To no avail, though. No response from North.
Yeah, and also being very protective of their utility, and that makes a lot of sense. Dropping a smoke there at 45 seconds on Banana makes things quite difficult, but NRG will go back towards Banana. I can see Ethan still pressuring towards the A side of the map here before rotating back around to Bananas. And North seem to have they seem to understand this. They are actually playing retake. 2 players outside of the sites. Valde now is rotated as well, and he will move to construction. And NRG will go in. 20 seconds to go, and there's a big challenge coming in from Kirby. Gets himself a double. Valde in position as well with that rotation. Runs out of bullets. Cirque will take him down, but AZ with the boost might finish things off. Falling off the position as Fugly is in the 1 versus 3. 10 seconds to plant the bomb. This is not looking all that likely. They have to push through the smoke, and they will. And that is a dead Fugly and a 1 round for North.
Great positioning from North. Had players in the right spots. AZ, part of his job towards the end when he was alone was to buy time for the rotation to make it less and less likely that NRG would plant the bomb, let alone anything else. It was a key round for North to win. Again, they were at the arse end of their economy, but they managed to survive that test. Not without its problems, though. We see Gade on a UMP, which has been thrown to Kirby, which has been thrown to Gade. Nobody wants it. Hot potato. Cadian holding an angle. Will he be fast enough, though, for the peak? Ooh, he will force Daps from his position. There is a flashbang, and Daps manages to avoid the shot. He has position now. And there's plenty of utility for NRG. They can keep Cadian very blind towards the B bomb site should they choose to push there. But with possession of Banana, they will start to focus on apartments around A.
Yeah, that bomb is still towards T-spawn. Someone needs to go collect that. It's always annoying when it's dropped that far away. Someone has to go and rotate to get it. And see what it be. It will be Daps. Bomb duty for him as they rally towards top mid, and the smoke's still up on the arch side. But with Kirby in the cubby with an AK-47, that's quite the trap. It's quite scary. I don't know what they have to deal with that. Kirby, I think, is spotted. Let's throw some nades to stun him down. 50 seconds to go for NRG in this round. Lots of utility now being exchanged between both teams, and North don't have any information on Banana, which is actually preventing them from having 4 players towards A at this point. NRG looking good for a split onto A.
Kirby, that's so cheeky, but Cirque is ready for it. So strong is Cirque, as is Fugly with the headshot with the AK. Gade doesn't have the weapon for the job, and they are swarming. They're all over him. Gets 1 kill though onto Ethan. Did the best he could, but it wasn't a good situation. And North will have 2 more players towards the B bomb site. So many rounds where the guys towards B have just been sitting on their hands. AZ hasn't had so many chances to get into the game. Just sitting there towards the end of a losing round with not much to do, as NRG will look to tie the score once again.
Yeah, that's always so dangerous. Never really seem out of it, despite some of the success that we've seen from North. These 2 teams really do appear to be quite evenly matched so far today. And I think what was really impressive was how well North played in the online season. I did not expect them to be so successful.
Yeah, it was a big surprise, a very big surprise. Such a short space of time, such a dramatic turn of fortunes. And it's for so far, it seems to be continuing on land, leading NRG by 1 map in this best of 3. I believe the winner will be playing MIBR tomorrow.
That's another team that's been taking time to turn around, but it is definitely happening. Obviously taking a best of 3 from Australis. I think they have lost one since before the last major, so that is quite the feat in of itself. And NRG in control of this game at the moment, but the buy is looking not too bad here for North. CZ and Kirby, but everybody else with decent weapons.
Do it, do it, do it, do it. Could have been so much, but it was practically nothing. More popcorn than shrapnel. Kirby peeking with a with a knife, but he's got a smoke grenade as well. Not willing to throw it just yet. Maybe now he'll be forced to, but it's a very fast smoke and a very fast burst from NRG. Daps charging through the side, taking AZ down right in the back, and now Kirby has to wait for help, for backup. Falling away, in fact, and maybe they won't even go for it. They are so out of position on the A site, huddled together like penguins.
Yeah, their economy is so wrecked. Got to hold on to this. NRG, I mean, it will be difficult for them to take their weapons away. Their money's not incredible, so... I mean, at this point, though, they're going to win this round. They know that much, and there's not many rounds left in the half, so they can afford to actually lose a couple players to try and remove these weapons, as there are so many. And Fugly's looks like he's on the task. He's the only one out here, though. Doesn't really have much in the way of supports. And maybe a gentleman's agreement. No one else must die. Just AZ. 7 rounds to 6. NRG take the lead. And we have a lot of guns saved for North, so they're not going to look too bad into this one. Cadian with the AWP. He's been struggling to have too much success so far on this CT side. It's been fun watching Gade come into his own, though. He's been improving and improving.
Ooh. Someone's just won 50,000 points as we head towards 20 million given away. Congratulations to you, EN0 again. FACEIT account is where you can find the connections to connect to YouTube, and then you can be eligible for drops by watching the broadcast as well. NRG with a 1-round lead as we see a rotation of 2 men towards A to make things all well and good. A 3-2 setup as Daps gets exploderized. He's been blown to pieces. Let's collect his parts and send him into space. In the smoke now. Maybe a play attempted by Fugly. Not quite working out for him, though. And this does not look very comfortable for NRG, round number 14.
Yeah, it definitely looks a bit laboured, and even more so now, Cadian coming alive. Cirque, though, able to take advantage of Valde as he goes for the push, perhaps expecting them to be focusing on Cadian, but it is a 4 versus 3 in favour of North. That is still not horrendous here for NRG. They have quite a bag of utility remaining on these 2 of 3 players, so looking to get into the B-bomb side. Big peek coming in from AZ, looking to get ahead of the push here, picks up the AK, and that's going to be that. The smoke kills left and right. 7-7 as North are back in this one.
Yeah, these counter smokes are causing problems for NRG towards the B-bomb site. It's another one where they've been making plays through the smoke, and there are the double grenades towards that tree position we were talking about earlier. Nice cleanup from AZ, bleaching the floors towards B. Spick and span, shiny, smelling kind of weird. Last round of the first half now. We've got the 4 AKs AWP for NRG. Gade's got to go to a French gun to keep the rifles out and the grenades. More HE, Daps on 30 HP. And we have North getting aggressive in the apartments.
I think Gade heard the stepping. I think there was stepping on the stairs there in the apartments. So they are aware that there's players towards the apartments, and that will be AZ rotating from B as well, leaving Kirby alone on the B bomb side on Banana, spotting for information. And this puts North in a very good spot here. Cirque leads the way with the AWP.
Bloody chickens. Running around in the apartments. A burst play. Gade, is he blocking? Surely he's blocking. No, someone's made their way out. It's Ethan. He's dead now. Cadian with a crossfire with Gade. Sees his teammate go. Has he got the flex? Will it be the high ground? Will it be the low? Not sure where to look. He's compromised towards Arch as well. Supposed to play towards balcony, but he can't do anything about it. So many holes in the defense towards the A bomb site. He doesn't know where to look. They might not know that he's there. There's a Molotov towards the site. There's maybe. Now he fires the PT-50. Doesn't find a target. Falls to the flames. And that leaves Kirby 1 versus 2 in the last round of the first half.
Both players are on the bomb side. This actually does give Kirby a chance, as he won't have to do any crazy 180 flicks. And oh, he had to take down Cirque. Cirque absolutely ready for it though. 8-7. NRG will end up having more rounds out of the first half than their opponents, but by the slimmest of margins. And I don't know where this one's going to go. Both teams are playing really well. And I mean, we saw a good recovery from North there. They found some momentum. North as well. Then this back and forth between the two. These teams are so well matched. And they're giving us one hell of a game.
AZ definitely eating cupcakes from the player lounge. NRG 8, North with 7. They swap sides. Now we see Daps with 2 flashbangs and a defuse kit. Cirque with 2 flashbangs and a smoke. 4 flashes on a pistol round of Inferno for a CT side. This has to mean aggression, and it seems like it does. Flashes towards second mid. Maybe a hard counter to something they've seen from North, but North are having a pilgrimage towards B bomb site, and there is no one on B for NRG. That said, they have 2 flashes and a smoke left, and in fact North haven't realized just how aggressive this play towards second mid has been. So there's a chance for NRG to make it back in towards B. Although the flashes are in apartments of A. Some flashes towards Poolmate will stop this, but now North have all the advantages on the B bomb side.
Nice little pop there from Breeze. The bomb, though, should be able to make its way into a plant now. It's a little bit late, the plant, but that's okay. It will still go down. Everyone making their way through construction here. Daps with another headshot. Valde and Kirby to try to support here. Valde does have a P250. That's not too bad at that range. Kirby's been spotted now. They line up, but he can't find anything. The P250, some wild shots, but Valde's just going to go to save it. But it looks like this is not happening. Don't want to give any money away.
Wow.
P250.
How did that happen?
It's a pretty sexy retake.
What the hell's going on, Dan?
NRG. Oh, that is beautiful. And to remind you, ladies and gents, of course, if you're just joining us, North did win the first map here, so NRG do need the victory to push it to a third and final map, which would be cash should it happen.
I expect, as I said at the beginning, I expect a victory for NRG on Inferno. I think Cirque on the CT side will have more significant impact than Cadian. And I think he is going to be one of the deciding factors once he gets on an AWP. For now, he is spotting with a smoke grenade as they are in anti-eco territory. North not opting for the force buy. See SMGs on the likes of Ethan and Cirque and Fugly. 2 rifles on Breeze and Dabs. Brezzy! Pop flash from Valde. Ethan blind. Smoke grenade from Fugly. There's a smoke at the front of the site as well, which may favour the CTs in the short term. The shadow of Cadian compromising his position below the smoke, but Fugly will be traded. Ethan doing what he can now, falling back. The HE might be quite juicy indeed, but it won't lead to a frag.
Yeah, so they do get a couple kills, a bomb down. This is actually not too bad. Still bonus damage to be done. Oh, that's a fantastic Molotov. Look at that. Force him straight out into his crosshair. And he'll finish him off. USP out. Just one left. Smoked off. And the bomb can be defused. Kirby unlikely to find a headshot here. Or can he do it behind the smoke? There's still a chance. Can he find it? He pushes forwards. And that will be that. 3 kills, though. Almost a 4th. That's not a bad result for North.
10 rounds for North. I mean NRG, hello. 10 rounds for NRG. The AK is coming out for North. They're looking for 10 rounds of their own. Second defuse, not too shabby for North. Now we'll see if they can capitalize on all these grenades that they have been afforded. Better weapons. 5 AKs versus 4 M4s and a UMP. I expect the headshots to ring out. Cadian with intentions. Molotov towards the old car position. Used to be a car, now it's a bunch of barrels. And some medium density fiberboard. Clearing out the apartments. Doing this pretty swiftly. There's good time on the clock for North. And there's a balcony burst. Flashbang from AZ. Breeze is not blind even remotely though, but that's a long time to change grenades and then throw out another one. There is a player underneath the balcony. He can't see very much. 2 frags for North. That's trying to hold things down, but he's in a lot of trouble. He's on his own, and he's against 2 players. He's dead. AZ cutting off the rotation, and Fugly's the last man standing. Was going towards Library. Jumping past now, and he gets smoked as well. That's a pretty strong round from North.
It's not bad, is it? They're looking really good now. They've busted the money of NRG, so they're looking at a free one this round. As long as they play it well, they shouldn't be in any trouble. Also, NRG can't really get anything in this round. They have to go for a full save. Cirque needs to keep all the money that he has to make sure he's got AWP with armor and nades. So he's going to stick to the USPs. This should be a full USP save from NRG. They are taking a tactical timeout though, so maybe they'll throw something funky into the mix, but I think it's unlikely. And it's more about discussing how they'll play the next buy rounds. And for North, I'm curious to see what their anti-eco will look like. A lot of teams have been really going back to this arch wrap, just move up towards arch with everybody, wrap onto the A-bomb site. There's not really any positions that are difficult to deal with then if you're doing that. So would expect to see something similar for North. And here we go. Freeze time is over, and we commence.
When North felt weakness in the buys or situations, be it eco or otherwise, for NRG in the previous map, they had fast plays in towards the A side, but this time NRG will come to North, and the AKs will make this one pretty damn brief. Fugly with the USP will be put out of his misery, and we move on to the next one. Likely another eco. Cirque would love some more money, as would the rest of the team. The AWP is surely coming in the next round, but they'll pick up the smoke grenades. Yes, NRG, students of the game, have observed the successes of the likes of Astralis. Ethan will get a cheeky MP9 out as well, with some extra money, if you will. MP9, 4 CZ75s, and many smoke grenades.
It's actually kind of funny. Cadian has only died 6 times, and we've played 19 rounds. That's actually quite funny. You don't often see that.
Yeah, he's 6-3-6, but there was a lot of saving on the B bomb site from different players, AZ, sometimes Cadian, and so on.
Mostly Cadian, I think. But it's pretty funny.
Not seeing the footfall, really, not seeing the traffic.
Okay, well, it's just a straight-up play into the B bomb site, straight-up set piece. I love this. See all these 5 smokes? Don't matter. As soon as the set piece comes in, they do not matter. It's a great way to counter this. Fire everywhere, turning the B bomb site into hell itself. And they're going to trade onto the bomb site. Doesn't really matter if they lose some players. As long as they get the bomb down, NRG shouldn't have too much of a chance. But Cirque is actually lurking in a smoke. He's going to push forwards. Oh my goodness. Now just down to Valde. I don't think he's going to get there in time. They don't know that though. And so maybe there's some time here for Valde to get into position. Throwing the Molotov that would land on the bomb itself. The follow-up HE to make certain that no one's sitting on that bomb. And now Valde can work the 1 versus 2. We saw how good he was in the 1 versus 5. And he's going to find the back of Cirque. And Breeze only has a CZ. Smokes off Valde. Goes for the quick fake. Valde, though, too smart. Ooh, gets dinged through the smoke. Will he go for this now? He knows he's done it. Breeze comes off of it. He'll get the kill, but Valde's done enough. Another round for North. Nice work from Valde. Knows there's a very small likelihood of a defuse kit in a round such as this, and the expected scoreline is 10 to 10. The score is 10 to 10. It costs North everybody, but they've got around $10,000 per person average. So being on a T side, not as bad as if they were on the CT side. And NRG are on the buy. And now Cirque is on the AWP. Now the game really begins for NRG to take this to a 3rd map. Yeah, this has to be where the momentum comes in to play for NRG, surely. I've been loving this smoke, actually, that we're seeing from Gade. It goes all the way to the top banana, which stops CT aggression with just 1 smoke. And boom, oh my god, Ethan, he's going to be careful. He's going to get pushed there. The flash comes back out. Cadian with a running MP5 will do the damage. The SMG really shining there, and they'll keep pushing into this bomb site, smoking the incendiaries as they push forwards, keeping the pace high, and retake for Cirque straight away. Indeed, trying to circumvent the Cirque factor, but he has made his way over towards construction. But he's the only person here for his team. It's a very slow rotation from the other 2 players, so how invested are they into this? Trying to do what he can with the wall bangs. Very telling from North, the buy that they had, but we'll talk about it later. Let's see what NRG choose to do. As you can see, they've got money pressure. They can't afford to lose all of this equipment. But once the smoke goes towards CT, they may be more committed. They've all got kits. They're all still waiting. There's a Molotov onto Daps. AZ hiding behind the fountain. Cirque spots him, swats him. 2 more players to find. Cirque trying to do it all. Misses his flick, though, and that could be the round. Daps, is it time to run away? There's surely no time to defuse the bomb. He's trying to hold Gade to take him out, but
Is he got time to escape the bomb himself? Is it worth it? Especially when you've got so little money. I don't know. He will survive. Very interesting round from North. One of the more unique teams, I think it's fair to say, at the moment. Again, they had an average about $10,000, but it was very telling that two of the players, Caden and Kiabi, maybe spawn-based, both picked up an MP5, and that said to me, rush.
Absolutely, and obviously we saw every time NRG tried to play for delay using the incendiaries, boom, North have a smoke, straight down on that incendiary, just push straight through it. I love that. Not enough teams do that. It's so good to see. Absolutely denied the delay, and I actually liked how Gade just didn't even try to fight. At the end, he just decided to burn in the flames, knowing that that would waste more time than going for an engagement. Very smart stuff from Gade. Now NRG trying to take the apartments. They know they need to do something. Take the initiative away from their opponents if they possibly can, and North actually playing really passively in this round towards Banana, but so are NRG, so that actually works out.
Oh dear. Can't miss too many more of those, Cirque. NRG are counting on you around this A-bomb site. There we go. Gate taken out. There goes the bomb, and Breeze popping out with the MP5. Doing some more damage. 5 versus 3 in favor of NRG. Cirque continues to lurk towards this A-bomb site. Cadian making inroads towards B, trying to find out what's going on. Maybe try and find an entry. Has Fugly seen him? There is a gap in that smoke as well, but it seems that Ethan hasn't seen him either. Making his way through. Spots nobody towards CT, but he can't get the angle fast enough. And that leaves 2 more players behind another smoke grenade for North. This is proving to be very expensive indeed.
Yeah, this is just hopeless now. Cadian was in a position to maybe get something, but he has to go for a hardcore guess, and it's just really difficult. He's expecting someone already to be rotated maybe, or even someone just to be playing spawn instead of 2 being on the oranges. So save situation. Fair enough. With the round loss bonus, which will be minimal, this actually makes a lot of sense. That teammates will be able to actually buy fully as well. So this actually works out pretty well.
Yes, they already have the cash, but what does this mean for NRG? They've got practically rubbish in the bank. Now they can put some actual money in there. Much needed as the score is 11 apiece. Cash the third map, should it go the distance? Really unclear as to who might take this now, especially, again, North they have plays, aggressive plays on a T side that you don't see so commonly from other teams, looking to circumvent Cirque with the rush towards the B-bomb site with those 2 SMGs, but they find themselves now in a tight spot. This is, though, a tactical timeout from NRG. Gade, Cadian, and, well, Gade and Cadian can buy. The other 3 players either saved or have bought already. Now, what is the approach from NRG? What do they expect from North in this round? Maybe the discussion.
I just realized I haven't said like Gadian yet. I feel like that's something that will at some point happen.
Why not put it in your head now?
Yeah, absolutely. That's my plan. I'm going to make you do it first. Well, so we'll see the round play out here. Indeed, 11-11. It's all tied up. Quick HE down to bottom mids, and some aggressive grenades there towards Banana result for both teams. You can see just a carpet of flames. It's very pretty, but will there be a deep smoke? No.
It'll be a deep grenade with doing big damage onto AZ and Gade. They've been lathered with olive oil, and maybe they'll be stuck in the oven. Who knows? Minute 20 as North slowly creep up Banana. 3-2 configuration for NRG, A and B respectively, for the time being. Maybe the odd grenade from North will cause them to rotate a player over. But for now, the half wall has been smoked. And NRG lie in wait on the bomb site itself.
Yeah, we'll kill some decent amount of time. NRG playing really passive. NRG do not currently have information to top mid, which means that they do not know or cannot guess that they need to rotate somebody yet. And it's also no information to know on the B bomb site for those players that they should probably re-smoke right now. So there is a timing here where actually NRG aren't even interested in going for information, so they're just going to smoke it based on the time that's left in the round. That's smart. Let's see if they can make it happen, though. There will be a charge through all the smokes here from the T side. Cadian's going to take down AZ. This is an absolute mess here for North. Cadian will eventually be able to get a bomb down, but he's in a 1 versus 3.
Only one of those 3 is on the bomb site for now. The reload will concede his position roughly. create some space for himself with a smoke grenade. 1v1, but Daps will win it out. And the AKs will be collected. And that's NRG in the lead. It's been a while, but they're in the driving seat now, although North could choose to keep up the pressure with the bomb plant, but I see pistols being purchased. Tech-9's dropped by Kiabi, who has the most money on the team. Gade picking up an MP5, so we may be in another rush situation for North, just with some pistols. Now, it seems that they are heading towards the apartments, and that's where NRG are headed as well. Flashbang, Daps is taken out. Sorry, Gade is taken out by Daps. Trying to isolate the Blaze with the Molotov, but they just continue to charge. The spray's not there for the second kill. But there are plenty of advantages for NRG.
Starting to look kind of comfortable, slowing down the aggression of North. And Inferno is difficult. It's very, very difficult when the CTs get advantages like this, although the AK will be collected for AZ. And they do have a couple of smokes. Well, 3 actually. So North still have the ability to shut down choke points to allow themselves to progress into deeper positions on the map. And you can see with NRG losing a player, you can see what it's done and how it's spread out their defense. They are really spread out at this point, trying to play it as safe as possible, not trying to play for information. And you can see that that smoke will force, the smoke on Moto will force a player into the A-bomb site and actually cause Ethan to worry about Arch. So now he's further distracted from the B-bomb site, although he is walking back now. So North, with the limited utility they have, that one smoke did a lot for them.
Indeed, and they use one of their incendiaries as well. Ethan moving closer to the B-bomb site, but he's still got counter grenades, and Fugly will create some space on the B-bomb site to hide behind, but he's at the back of the site. The range isn't great for him, but Kiabi is red, and now he's dead. The bomb's been dropped. That's a massive flurry of kills on the kill feed, but AZ has the bomb site to himself for the time being. Planting behind the fountain. Where does he choose to go? That smoke will soon be gone. A Molotov on Breeze. If they read, this is surely going to new box. Surely. Cirque holding the angle. Breeze throws the Molotov. Surely. Checking construction, so maybe they read that he could be absolutely anywhere. And Breeze gets taken down for free. Cirque making steps. Only showing his head, but the MP5 will save the day. And that's round number 13 for NRG.
Yeah, that's pretty expensive though, and I mean they do have loads of money, so that's not going to be too much of an issue. But North, they need to get themselves back on the board here. 3 in a row now for NRG. And North, with that bomb plant, will have all the money in the world to get a good buyout. So what is the option looking like? They take a tactical now to figure out exactly how they want to approach this one. It's very difficult against NRG, I've got to say, especially when Cirque can be anywhere with an AWP. I don't think anything really feels all that safe. And one thing you can always start with, then we often see on Inferno, and it's why so many teams pick this map in the best of ones, is that you can just, if you're in doubt, you can just run a default. Just take map control away from the CTs. One thing that you can try to do is bait a lot of CT utility towards Banana, and just throw minimal amounts yourself. Then you have a utility advantage, which allows you to retake Banana, and you've taken away map control and information from the CTs. Then you take top mid. That's the usual progression. So let's see if North go back to basics or if they have something special planned.
Grenades down mid. Area control. Crikey, look at all those Molotovs. Useful against North as well, who aren't shy for those fast plays, so they may get more mileage out of them versus North than other teams. A quick peek, and North do indeed start to charge towards the bomb site. Some tagging, and Ethan is barely surviving now with 15 HP. Wondering where to stand. Must fear a fast play from North, and they're here in the numbers. They look like they have intent, the entire team here. It could be a 5 versus 3. Cirque is in CT spawn, but he's in position to throw pop flashes towards the pool area. But no, he's getting closer, so he will be here with AWP. Double HEs towards a coffin position, expectant of Cirque. I like that. And I did think they would commit. But again, the whole team is here on Banana, so surely they will be heading towards B.
It's looking very likely in NRG they are set up for this. They've been really good at these defenses, so can't get anything. Too many flashbangs. Ethan around the fountain. Oh my god, Kirby takes him down. And another, also Cirque, that is big. Now Fugly in new box. They're searching for him. Gate's going to find him. Oh, knockout rounds from North. They needed exactly a round like this, and they find it in a very important time. And NRG, their buys have been expensive. They had so much money. It is going to start to dwindle pretty quickly. If North shut them down next round as well, that's 12 rounds for North, and then they're against perhaps a save, which brings North to 13. So if North can just win the next round, once again, we may enter nuke territory where it comes down to the absolute just last ounces of money for both sides. North do seem to be good today when their back is against the wall.
Yeah, it's so simple but so effective as well. Pure sheer numbers game. They do the less telegraphed grenades, the fast smoke grenade towards CT, so there's minimal time to react. Flashbangs as well. Cirque feels like he's compelled to push forward, especially with 3 people towards the B bomb site, but it is a big risk, and North are in the right positions to take him out, take the AWP away, so that limits the impact he can have, and that's one of the key things. Cirque is such a big factor for NRG, but on the CT side, North have tried to avoid him as much as possible, and you can't blame them, and they have been effective in the rounds that they have won. Now we see 3 players towards the B-bomb site again. You just don't know if it's coming quickly or if it's coming later on, if North will change the pace. Got to be on your toes every second of every round here on Inferno. NRG just 1 round ahead at present, starting to move down, but AZ could take them by surprise. Oh, the transfer is disgusting! The flashbang for Fugly as well, and here come all 5 of North.
Yeah, how are you going to stop that? That's so difficult to deal with. Fugly will get 1, looking for the second, almost gets it. The rotation's quick from Daps, but he's alone. Oh, he finds one. The gap in the smoke is yielding a frag, but now he's alone. Valdez taking down Breeze, and the flank is coming quite quickly. Daps has to go Super Saiyan to pull this one off. Cadian has an AWP post-plant on the B-bomb side as well. That's never fun. And in comes Valde on that flank. And Daps' days are numbered in this round, I would imagine, as Valdez is ready to strike. As soon as Daps makes a noise, he is dead. Or maybe he is dead even sooner if Valde decides to peek. And there is the peek, and there it is, 13-13. And the money's been wiped clean for NRG. North, they looked like they were struggling, but now they are looking to be in a commanding position.
What a brutal time. Where were the...
Wow.
Well, they didn't really have the HEs towards the tree position at this point. The transfer from AZ... hopping from bus A to bus B, spotting Fugly as well. That's all the information. You know where the 3rd player is. Just rush him down. Brute force. Windows 98 password cracker. Leaving NRG on eco at one of the worst possible times. So late on in this game of Inferno. Just when you thought it was safe for NRG to take it to the 3rd map cache. Might not be going there after all.
And it actually kind of means that there might only be 1 good buy left for NRG before they actually lose, in a sense. Like the last round, maybe a force buy, for example, where they have a mix of pistols and a FAMAS or something. So this next buy for NRG is going to mean everything, which is why they go for the absolute full save here. Oh, that flash is actually going to work out. What a timing. And we'll see some frags coming into play, but Fugly's stolen an AK as well. But the bomb is down, and with no kits and some post-plant positions, it's likely no hope.
He has to save this. He's picked up an AWP now. Ooh. He must save this because they're going to be fighting with pots and pans in the next round. We'll look at 2400 for the loss bonus, but that is so much value in his hands. And obviously, Cadian dropped his weapon here earlier, and Daps will quietly collect this. Inspector Daps look to quietly move away as well, I'm sure.
It is really huge because, again, if NRG lose the following rounds and North run 14, NRG do actually need another save, or like half buy. So if they actually keep these 2 guns into the next round, that half buy might actually look a lot more scary. Like they'll actually maybe be able to buy another AWP, for example. So this actually might have enormous consequences for NRG. Oh wow, it's funny that like Nuke came down to the wire like this as well. North with this comeback. I am loving the confidence from North so far. The transformation for North has been really enjoyable to watch.
Tactical timeout from NRG at present. Of course, Cirque has been thrown that AWP. Weapons have been dropped. They've got a very good buy, NRG, but just the sheer might of North, it's not clear what they're doing, and when it is clear, it's often too late. There are too many people. There are too many flashbangs. The smokes are fast. They're not the slow smokes from bottom of banana, for example. They're up close. They're quick. and you have minimal time to react. They are playing against the strengths of NRG, and it's put them in the lead North. But now they face another test very late on. There is money for North, though, if they are to lose a round. NRG, if they win one round and get reset, that might be too much to ask for them to come back. We see boosts on the porch position.
4-man setup on A at the start of the round, leaving Cirque alone on the B bomb site straight away. That we haven't seen this before this half from NRG. They are trying something here. They're desperately hoping that North will decide to go towards A. North are getting map control towards Banana though, but Cirque really has to be very good here. He's been tasked to hold this by himself and to slow them down by himself and to discourage them from attacking the B bomb site and to pushing them in towards the A setup. That's what Cirque really needs to be able to accomplish. And so much pressure here. Again, if they lose this round, it gets so bad for NRG. Ooh, looks like they'll see the setup here. I don't know if they saw the third player. Rotation in from Daps now to help out Cirque.
All quiet from North. NRG don't have vision towards top mid anymore, and they've got 3 players towards the A bomb sites, excuse me. The grenades start to sail in. If they lose these players, surely it's an immediate save for NRG. Cirque having a look, doesn't quite find a player turning the corner fast enough. Now they're out of position. Daps has got to find something up top. That has to be the end of the round. They still have 2 players in the pit position, NRG, and Cirque finds next to nothing. 4 players alive for North, and their rotation is starting to come in towards the B bomb site. There are 0 grenades for North, but this could be so costly if NRG fail here.
So difficult. It's so very difficult. But as you say, that utility advantage, it might make the difference. The incendiary's been tossed out there. That will hit AZ. He is forced into the peak. He does massive damage. And they will surround the players pushing from CT as more damage comes in. And it's going to be that wide peak from Ethan here, opening things up for Cirque, but they will be wiped out. Beautiful hold coming in from North to reach match point. This is a very bad situation for NRG. They had a horrible decision to make, going for that retake or not going for it. It's marginal. It's hard to know which is the right call. And at the very least, thanks to saving those guns, they have an AWP in this round.
Yeah, they do get something out of this. So I guess it's a calculated investment into that round. A bait set up in the pool. Cadian just staring at the floor, hiding. It is a blind spot there, suggesting there's only 1 player. They'll look everywhere else for the second player, and then Cadian pops up and wins the round for his team. NRG active in the apartment, looking to engage with these close-range weapons, but Valde is expectant. He knows the shortcomings of this. And there is Cirque, but is it too little too late? Standing tall top mid, ushering North maybe towards the B bomb site, which is where Cirque is headed now. Operation Avoid Cirque may fail if they go up Banana.
4 versus 4, just slightly over a minute left to play, and with 3 players this late on the B bomb site, you have to go for info, and it's going to work out. Cirque picks up the kill onto AZ. Surely that will speed things along for North towards the A sites, and they need to rotate to NRG because right now North should be running in towards this A site, and indeed they'll go forwards, and it's just going to be Breeze with the FAMAS. He's very good. How much can he get out of this? The trade comes in. Is it enough for North? Is it enough? That's the question. With the smoke down on Little Pit, they have a chance, a 2 versus 3, to secure this game in series.
Moving into the pit. Oh dear, Kiabi had a smoke, but there was a gap for Cirque, it seems. Cadian now 1 versus 3. They know exactly where he is, thanks to the trajectory of that Molotov. How does he avoid getting traded? Oh, he's asking too much with that smoke grenade, or is he? 2 kills for Cadian. Now down to the 1 versus 1. He can hide in the smoke grenade. Cirque down to the pistol, I think. Moving into the smoke. He can go down towards short. He can hide behind the hay bales, but through the smoke, a USP in the head. Are you serious? Is that what it comes down to?
The quad kill, and let's not forget, he didn't have a kit. Cadian very likely gets the kill or wastes so much time if he doesn't get a random shot through the smoke with a USP. That is unbelievable there. And with 1 round to go, NRG will have a buy. It's not going to look great, but they're going to have a buy here. So this is absolutely going down to the wire. Look at Cirque just work the magic, and here's the USP shot. What the hell is that?
How does that keep you in the match? That is absolutely bananas. No wonder there's no smiles on NRG when that is how you stave off match point. But here comes another one for North. Early flashes for Cirque. They know he's towards A now. Do they continue to charge towards B? It seems they might. 5 versus 2. They're doing the best they can, NRG. But can they stop this charge? around the smokes, around the counter flashes. North, if they continue to charge, surely this will be suicide. Oh my god, all the kills going the way of NRG. The flashbang's in the right spot. There won't be a single frag in that round for North, and we head to overtime.
Oh my god, NRG and North inseparable it seems. This is the choice of NRG. So many people had them pegged for this map to push us towards the third to cash. And this is for elimination as well. Of course, the winner will be going to the semis. This is a big deal. Both teams, I think, dark horses for the finals as well. You know, we have so many very, very high level, very good teams in this tournament. And right here, North and NRG get that big reset. So you know, you've played regulation, you've had to worry about the economy the entire time, and it's influenced your decision-making massively. Now you get to overtime. You can forget about those last 30 rounds. And, or well, not entirely. Obviously, you want to use some of the data you gathered. But otherwise, you can take the moment for a mental reset and attack the problem again.
My God. To think it came down to a USP shot through smoke into the head of Cadian, who did amazing work to get it to a 1 versus 1, move through the smoke towards the hay bales. If he just turned the corner, surely it was too late at that point, with the smoke still up, no kit, and now they find themselves at overtime. One player has left the server for NRG. We wait for a reconnect, but my God.
You know what's crazy as well with that Cadian situation and Cirque, also Cadian missed the jump to get out. He knew that that was the right play to reposition towards quad, that he could just delay for a very long time if he did that. But he missed the jump at first and then had to do it again when Cirque was already very close. So it's funny how things work out in a game of Counter-Strike. And this is, I don't know who's going to take this one. It's hard to say who even deserves it more. Both teams are incredible, and you have to wonder, if these quick B rushes that really helped to save North, if those will really work again. It is quite telling that was how they decided to try to end things, and NRG had the right pre-nades to do so much damage and to cut them off and make that ineffectual, when in the past, we saw North getting a lot of success with it. So I doubt we'll see that again from North in this overtime. Might be wrong, of course, but perhaps we'll start off with a default. We'll have to see. NRG with the full buy as our North. Here we go.
It's a desperate B rush from North, and maybe the psychological warfare has been reset. Maybe they have to play a more respectful game at this point. Maybe they'll show us otherwise. Cirque starts anew. Still time for him to have colossal impact, as he can often do. A normal round for North. Gade gets eliminated, and again, they're just trying to abuse the numbers, this time towards the A side. Cirque and Daps trying to do what they can. Gubby's been picked off, and the numbers continue to dwindle for North. Cirque is all over the place. He's in the face. Cirque with 4 kills in that round. That is what North were trying to avoid. Maybe deterred from their usual shtick towards B based on the results of that last round. But if this is the alternative, then I don't know.
Oh, very nicely done. Indeed, Cirque. He's come alive. He's gone Super Saiyan, and it's a matter of time. And that's a rough way to lose a round, because there's nothing you can really do about that sometimes. If you lose that first 1v1 against Cirque and he starts getting that engine going, it is very difficult to stop from that point forwards. And you can see North taking a moment to pause here to try to discuss as to what they want to do in these following rounds. And if you don't get the bomb down in the first 2 rounds, you have an awkward buy on that third round. You don't really have that much money, so it would be, I think, wise for them to select a round where, if they can't win it, at least they can somewhat guarantee a bomb going down. I don't know if that's how they're going to think about it, but that would be nice.
Well then, what is the middle ground for North between rushes, abusing the numbers game towards the site? The longer it goes on for, perhaps the easier, maybe not easy, but easier it will be for NRG to deal with. Cirque as an alternative is not the best of ideas, I think it's fair to say. So they'll change the pace North. No more early rushes. And maybe with all the action from their previous rounds, they will encourage NRG to expend more utility than you may do in a vacuum in a normal game of Inferno. And then they can just go back to Old Faithful. 4 players towards A with no vision of top mid, but now they will see Valde there. There has to be an instant reaction from North towards B.
They're waiting out that Molotov though before they push forwards. Rotations come in from Fugly now as well. And another player, Circus, starting to push towards top mid, so they've got information there. And here comes the push, and it's not looking too bad actually for NRG, despite Ethan, the only one with vision.
Oh god.
And what are they doing? Are they going to double back, or what's going on? 3 players left and 40 seconds to go. They have no vision on top mid. This is not going to go well, James.
No, I feel like there's hesitation because of the nature of that last round in normal time, where to me, I feel like while there's no good option, I feel like they should have cancelled their plan because it was disastrous towards that B bomb site. I think that's created doubt in the mind of North now. They don't know how many players were towards the A bomb site, but when their man got taken down towards the top of A, they know the CTs have vision, they know there's no one top of A, so what choice do they have but to go towards the B bomb site? They have smokes to extinguish the Molotov that was there, but I feel like, again, you go back to that previous round when there was a smoke in front of the B bomb site and they got slaughtered. I think that has created doubt, and that might lose them this game.
And we'll have to see what the implications really are if they can secure this last one. They will have a bye moving into it, but NRG looking pretty strong here to close out the overtime. Of course, they only need 2 more rounds to do so. Can they do it? Double ops collected. You know, Daps picking up an AWP here. That's going to be interesting. Daps is moving towards top mid. Here he goes. He's going to go deep. He is going to go very deep there, knowing that they can't afford an AWP themselves. Daps can take free reign like that. Otherwise, you would not see him doing it. Lots of incendiaries expended on the banana position. 3 players there for NRG to take control of the map as well. NRG very active. They are going to make this very difficult for North here in this round.
Three potential game points for NRG coming their way if they can hold off this final test in the first half of overtime from North. A more normal round, it seems, from North as their numbers game early pushes continue to fail. A smoke on the balcony. A wall of smokes around the pit. Now will they commit behind them? Counter smoke grenades as per usual from NRG, and a delayed push from North. Flying in blind, Breeze missing the angle, but how do they get onto the site? There is time for North, but position is with NRG at present.
So many smokes, they're all in pit. This is very awkward here. Daps will pick off one before he goes down. Fugly's made his way through quad. They have to cross to the bomb site. Gade will be able to help that out. Ethan, though, comes into action with the AK-47. Gade looking to see what he can do, and distracted is Ethan, and that will be the key moment for AZ to take him down. Cirque pulls out the CZ. He goes for the bomb plant. That is bad timing. Cirque misses the flick at the 1v1. Will he go for the re-peek here? Waiting for AZ to get closer. The high ground, though. Quick switch to the CZ, and AZ will take it down as North pick up at least 1 round in the first overtime, or first half of the first overtime. Wow, that was down to the wire again.
Such an important round. Just that slight bit of breathing room for North as they move into the second half. You don't want to be up against 3 game points. You most certainly don't, but I wonder if their best T rounds are behind them. Maybe it's down to the CT side now to try and win it for North 2-0. But NRG, again, I feel like there has to be some weight off their shoulders. They seem to have weakened the pushes of North, but now we move to the CT side. Now things change. Now things start anew. Wouldn't expect any runs down mid from North when they don't want to be against game point. They may not want to risk that. Again, the doubt we saw in these late rounds on the T side may play into that as well. So indeed, we see a HE grenade, but not much more just yet from North. 3 players starting towards B for the North side, and they will get aggressive in apartments.
Lots of stepping on the banana area as NRG take control. And North opt to go passive. North do have to pick up 2. Oh my god, the damage from the incendiaries is pretty huge here. Beautiful stuff there. Daps can't quite find the transfer there, and that's going to be beautiful for North. A 3 versus 2 with over a minute to go. And Gade, we know he likes to push. He's found himself a forward position, but I think he's missed it. I think he's watching for the cross. They've already crossed here. He's actually redundant right now. And he's going to hit the incendiary. He's going to have to go forward as Acadian gets the flick on, but no kill.
If Acadian can watch the angle across to the pit, that would be something, but he's been smoked off, so it doesn't matter anymore. Gade already on the high ground. He will see Cirque moving towards the pit position, but he's been spotted by Fugly as well. He's got to sit on the man advantage, wait for the rotation. Valde still making his way down Banana. This is quite a long rotation from him. And Gade will get taken up, but Cadian's there to trade. Now Valde charging up the top mid position. Cirque, how does he deal with both these players? By getting a 1 versus 1, trying to reposition, but Cadian's there with the CZ, climbing on the haystacks. And tying the score. The bomb was planted for NRG, which is something. Another must-win for North. An expensive one, but it's overtime. They win the round, so not so bad. I have no idea where this is going.
Yeah, and Cadian getting some revenge there, perhaps. The 1v1 clutch on the A site against Cirque. It's actually getting it over the line this time. And indeed, North just need 1 round to, at the very least, tie things up. But if North can win 2, they will take this map in the series and eliminate NRG, which would be very nice for them, I'm sure. And again, the initial exchange there. Oh, we don't often see this position. And they're going to go fast here. Kirby is going to find himself 2 quick kills, so Gade is not lost in vain as Valde now put into action as well. This setup top mid is looking very nice here for North. It's not the first time we've seen a heavy mid setup from them and do so well. And now even in the 1v4 clutch, Valde was able to do a 1v5 on Nuke. But this is not looking too likely here for Ethan. Let's find the first kill. Has plenty of time as well, and the bomb, and some utility to work with as well. So we can't put it out of the question, but it will certainly be quite difficult to find a way into a bomb site. There are holes, though, to exploit.
Cadian scoped down Banana. He can allow the remainder of North to focus on the A bomb site. Kiabi with an off angle, just hiding in the graveyard position. The smoke will tell a story, though. Does he peek immediately as he hears the footsteps of Ethan? He does! And there is match point for North. And he gets a special inspect as well. Now, can they take this over the line, North? They have another opportunity, and again, it seems like the T sides have started to run out of steam, so the CT side, for me, is where they have to be victorious.
Indeed, this is the chance again, isn't it? 1 more. That's all they need. Wait, perhaps he's going to buy a gun? Does he have money to buy a gun? Surely he does. Oh, OIC. Well, perhaps a late start out the gate there for NRG, but it won't matter too much. We'll have Breeze going for the clear of apartments here with his teammates. And Banana's really been left to question for NRG. 3 players there for North, though, playing it really passively with those 3. Perhaps expecting a burst on B, but instead it will be Cadian to reverse himself back to A with the AWP in hand. And it looks like NRG will be trying to save their skins, put it all on the line on this A bomb site.
Gade in the pits. Valde also in the pit. NRG's turn to abuse the numbers with little to no warning. 5 players now on the A bomb sites, and if they win this, we're heading to another overtime. Kiabi's made his way over. Oh boy, AZ, no saving for him this time, as it is a 1 versus 4 situation. And NRG taking a leaf out of North's book. Let's just all overwhelm the numbers. We will trade, they will run out of players, we will win. I think we're heading to another overtime. Indeed, we are 18-18. We head to overtime 2. The teams will continue on the same sides, I do believe. Here we go again. So, it's basically a North play. Shock and awe. Let's get close, give them minimal time to react, rotate, counter flash, anything. Burst, trade, abuse the numbers. They've absorbed the information. Daps is Shang Tsung.
Oh my God, these 2 teams, you can't separate them still after 1 overtime. Things start to get weird now. As you get into more and more overtimes, I feel like people start to lose the plot. And it becomes also a battle of endurance as well. Trying to come up with new stuff is difficult. Das will creep forward, so on Banana, will there be a flash for him to peek with? Instead it will be forward utility to just clear space, and then the flash. But the smoke's being put down by the CTs. And you've got to be cautious not to lose the player early to this. Look at this setup in apartments, though. Oh no! Oh no! They've lost everything. Valde, though, will be playing out from Boiler, so the setup was 3 players, but they've made their way onto the A bomb site. And the rotation comes in from the B side, but the bomb could still go towards B. But look where Valde is. He could try to flank or cut them off. This is getting very strange as he finds 1 more players to be had as Valde gets himself so much.
What on earth is going on? Ethan moving into apartments. Ooh, Kyabi, I don't know if he was spotted there, moving as fast as possible, but not wanting to give his position away. He could win the round. The bomb's being planted for him as well, but I don't think he'll get there in time. But he may see Ethan. No, he moves into the site. No one's going to be looking here, surely. Oh, Breeze is in the pit, just about getting the frag there, leaving AZ 1 versus 1 now. Oh, that's a massive headshot from him. What a bizarre round of Counter-Strike. You said it got weird. It got super weird, super quick, Dan.
Yeah, AZ though stepping up to the plate and delivering once again, knocking it out of the park. Beautiful stuff. He's been one of the players that for North in this new version of North has really come into his own once again. And this setup in apartments was quite cool from North, and it's crazy that it did so little damage, and it had to come down to Valde with a very timely flank, and then a very timely clutch from AZ. So North, they are not pulling any punches here. NRG are going to have to go back to the drawing board. But that was a good round from them otherwise. 3 players again towards Banana here for North. Early rounds. Again, the way to exploit this is just to hammer the A-bomb site with a very quick timing. But it's hard to gamble that, because if you mess that up and they have 3 or 4 on A, then you do get absolutely wrecked. So that said, they are moving very quickly towards A. You can see that there's still 3 players on Banana. That forward smoke from the T's is keeping them there once again.
Balcony burst, the pilgrimage. Will they be rewarded though? Valde beyond the 30 bomb now, only good for 1 kill in this round. NRG with position. North with 3 players alive. Kyabi at the bottom of mid for now. Will they boost over the smoke? It seems they will. Cadian already scoped in. Looking for something. Double peek, but doesn't see Ethan, I don't believe. Kyabi still moving slow. 2 of the 3 players with defuse kits, and it seems they'll have to hold on to their money for the final round. 19 apiece. Cadian still showing presence just to delay any hunt that might happen from NRG. It is worth some of them doing it, since it will be the last round, the next round, but they'll be focusing on the save.
This actually worked out. Again, I think we saw this from NRG on their T side in the first half as well, where they basically, if they throw this smoke top Banana, and it kind of prevents the CTs from getting any information and pushing forwards, because the CTs, typically, you don't have to flash through a smoke in that position when you're taking the Banana aggressively. So they make it look like they're taking Banana, throw that smoke, and then the CTs can't really push, and it gives them this window where they have a timing to rush A, which we just saw, and it works. It's worked both times now. So I do really like that strategy from NRG. It's a smart one. And it's helped them equalize here, 1 round apiece. But Breeze will be hunting some heads here, finding Cadians, putting it on a spike and looking for the next one.
19 apiece. Skade creeping through the smoke. Big gamble from him. Doesn't pay off. He's lost all his money, lost his house, lost his car. Valde, AZ and Kyabi in a very tough situation. Cirque makes it worse. Beyond the 30 bomb himself. Now 31 kills for him. And it looks like NRG will be taking the 1 round lead into the next half of overtime. Kyabi is fully equipped, however. Not over until it's over. We saw a 1v5 from Valde. Can he try to equal that in terms of importance at the very least? Big grade on Cirque. Okay then, 1 versus 2. 23 HP for him. That's a big smoke. And there is a flank as well. Surely Daps has this. Indeed he does. 20-19 in favor of NRG.
Oh my goodness, Valde on 31, Cirque on 31. This looks, I'm feeling NRG right now. They're looking pretty darn good. This T side from North is going to have to be pretty explosive. And once again, the North B rushes that we saw, which were really nice, I don't think that's something they can really use to too much success here. That it seems as though NRG did adapt quite well towards the end of the regulation. So it's going to be very curious stuff to see how North decide to approach this one. They do put Cadian on the AWP on the T side in the first round. And Daps always going down middle, very aggressive here. Walking all the way down towards bench. Cirque is covering him. This is a very solid position. You have to hit your shots though, and he's going to find 1. Gade goes down, they know what's going on now. Oh, he pulls out a nade, no time for that. And that's an equalizer, but Breeze is back in there as well.
Look at this, NRG taking the game to and away from North if you know what I mean. Not allowing North to set up for these big plays, these abuses of numbers. But again, I feel like the best has come and gone from North on their T side. And now NRG are adapting, they're learning. NRG basically Skynet at this point. Cadian making inroads towards the B-bomb site. Probably being heard, baited out a smoke grenade, but there will be no rotation per se. 2-2 setup as NRG have lost Daps. And Molotov towards the pit position. Breeze on the balcony. Easy frag for him. Doesn't win the duel with AZ. Molotov towards the arch position. We've got a rotation coming in from Cadian, so this is still doable for North. A smoke towards arch. There is a gap towards the pit, so they must be careful. A default plan as NRG move towards short.
Cadian has time here. He's got to hit this first shot. Oh, misses it though. I don't know about the repeat. It's 2 players from that angle. Tries to watch for Fugly pushing the smoke, but Fugly's going to wait. Oh, almost a double, but denied. That was so close for Cadian. I think he would die either way, but good efforts. However, NRG, they looked really in control in this round. If that continues, there will be problems here. For North, that is.
And now we move on to game point for NRG. 22 rounds will seal the second map. And I do heavily favour them. I just think that North have exhausted their plans, their ideas. Do they go back to Old Faithful and just abuse the numbers again towards the B-bomb site? I feel like they've really been deterred. And NRG are expecting not 3, but 4 players towards B. They're trying to read the decisions of North before North even make them. They see there's no initial push, no massive rush B, no big red button pressed by North, and they will go to a more traditional setup.
Yeah, that rush is so risky, and North perhaps got as best mileage out of it as they could, and that is a stunning pick. AZ's been instrumental towards the banana position in some of these rounds where he's just been holding like that. We saw them win a round off of AZ with a kill like that in the transfer. Not to be this in this occasion though, and North will still go towards their plan of pushing towards the A-bomb site. That's another huge pick. Oh dear. NRG needs some clutch plays, but Cirque is alive, so it's always possible.
Breeze holding down the pit position, and Cirque will use that distraction, but he misses his shot. Breeze is still delivering kills though. Down to the 2 versus 2, flying beyond the smoke. Advantages Breeze, big headshot at the end, and that will be Inferno finally taken by NRG. You have to go back to that USP shot through the smoke from Cirque. Just a completely ridiculous situation, and it helps them